Hi guys, I'm Ms. Chavez. I am your college and career readiness counselor. Never did I ever think I'd be putting a YouTube video together, and I'm not doing this alone, but I'm doing it for you because I want you to have this information right now. So please share this with your other senior peers and your parents. I'm going to hit the highlights of what I think is important to know right now. And if you have questions regarding your specific situation, make contact with me, set an appointment, and we'll work it out together. So for now, please enjoy the presentation. All right, so let's get started on this presentation of Sweet Senior Information. We have a lot to cover, so we're just going to breathe. There's a long list of topics. We are going to talk about the senior information sheet, transcript review, testing requirements, how most of you are going to go to college, and how to complete applications, financial aid applications, scholarships. Those who want to go into the workforce or military will touch on that as well. And we'll also briefly touch on cap and gowns, yearbooks, and we will finish off with how to stay connected and the importance of that in joining our Remind account. So on this slide, you can see each of you have a graduation story. Most of that story is on your transcript. You will be meeting with your academic counselor at some point this fall to go over your credits, your grad progress, and to talk about your testing requirements. So we have to be proficient in 5 testing areas, and your counselor will go over that with you as well. Right now, you can look at your own transcript in Student View. You can download an unofficial transcript and use it for yourself to check your progress and to go over it with your counselor. So it's good for them to sit with you, but it's also good for you to try and do this on your own. Another way to get a transcript is through Parchment. Now here's one of my hopefully famous quotes: every senior should have a Parchment account. On the college and career page of your high school website, you can see a button where it says order your transcript through Parchment. When you create an account, you are able to order a transcript to be sent to any school that you're applying to. Perhaps you're applying to a scholarship that requires a transcript, or you want to get it sent to the NCAA. You could send a transcript to yourself, to any college or organization that's educational related, and it doesn't cost anything. So all these transcripts right now, you can order through Parchment. It will look like it's going to charge you, but it won't. I believe there is a fee after you graduate, and I think it's pretty minimal. Not sure what it is yet. So this is very important. This will also be on your senior exit survey, is do you have a Parchment account? The next slide we are going to look at is discussing, according to the data I've looked at, 60% or more of you are going to end up going to either community college or university. So you have a lot to consider with that. Some of you will stay local, some of you will go out of state. Wherever you go, there's going to be deadlines. There's going to be criteria you need to meet. So we want to be aware of that now, so we're not running late. So there's a lot of information on that senior information sheet I will be showing you soon with important dates, deadlines. But just to highlight a few, UNM and New Mexico Tech and NMSU are free for you to apply to right now by clicking Pay Later. You will have to contact the NMSU rep to get access to a free application. CNM, Eastern New Mexico University, and New Mexico Highlands University are always free. you want to make sure that you're meeting their application criteria with GPA and either taking a college admissions test. A lot of schools have gone test optional now because of the pandemic and because it's been very difficult for you all to find a place to test. So October 14th is another important date coming up. Manzano is offering the SAT free to all seniors, and the information on how to sign up is on this important information sheet that will be coming up soon. If you plan to go into the military, you're going to want to talk to your recruiter about taking the ASVAB, which is the military entrance exam. If you plan on getting a career certificate, you have to follow those deadlines of apprenticeships or internships where they are applicable. And just a heads up, December 1st is always the big UNM merit scholarship deadline. So right now, whether UNM is your first choice or your last choice, to be put in for the running for these big merit scholarships, you need to have everything turned into them by December 1st. You need to be admitted. And the scholarships for UNM are not test optional. They are still going to be used to determine whether you earn a scholarship or not through their merit system. So here is this information sheet. You need this document. It is about 5 pages long. There's a list of deadlines and upcoming events. I want you to keep this handy, bookmark it on your Chromebook or your computer. You can find it on the Manzano counseling page under the college and career link. And it is a link titled Important Senior Information Class of 2021. Right up there at the top are some virtual college fairs. And they're not just college, they're career fairs too. So trade schools go to these things. These are free, and I really encourage all of you to go, especially if you're struggling with figuring out where you want to go to college. Go to these events, look around. A lot of them are local or in our region. Some of them are further from home, but it's good to see what's out there. And usually we have a big college career fair in the fall that's in person, and that's not going to be possible. So this is what we have to offer, and I would encourage you all to try and go to at least one. Money for college. There are so many different ways to find money, get money. The one that most colleges push and that I'm going to encourage you to do is the FAFSA, which is the free application for federal student aid. That is where you can apply to get free money. If your family qualifies, you might get money to help pay for college that you don't need to pay back, and that is called grants. You could also qualify for loans, and that is very low interest rate loans that you do have to pay back. And you will also have the opportunity to qualify for work study money, which is working at a college or community college or university where you get paid to do a certain job, like working in the bookstore or, in the student union building. And the money you get paid from is from the government, and that's money you don't have to pay back. There's also a tremendous amount of scholarships out there, different types. I touched on merit scholarships a little bit, and that's based on GPA test scores. There's the WUI, which is the Western Undergraduate Exchange, which if you meet some of their criteria, you may be able to go to a state on the western side of the United States for closer to their in-state tuition. Now, just to give you a quick overview of in-state versus out-of-state tuition is almost double what in-state tuition is. So, for example, UNM is about $10,000 a year for in-state students coming to UNM from out of state. Their cost is $20,000. So the WUI kind of brings it down where you're paying closer to in-state tuition, but you're going to an out-of-state school. So there's a website that kind of breaks all that down. I am sharing the local scholarships that APS has added, and it's so awesome because they have one person just dedicated to seeking out these scholarships and posting them. And when it comes to local versus national scholarships, it's always, your chances are always better local because you're not competing with everyone in the country. And of course, there are tons of outside scholarships, and there's going to be a variety of different scholarship search engines on any college career site, including the one at Manzano. So when you're searching for scholarships, I would start with looking at the college that you're interested in. Look at their incoming freshman scholarships, their merit scholarships, and also start with the local scholarships and then go to the outside scholarships. If you have a parent or guardian who works for a company that awards scholarships to family members or relatives, that's also a really good place to start when searching for scholarships. So the New Mexico lottery, everybody has heard of it, but there are some mysteries about it because it doesn't start semester 1 when you're a freshman in college. It starts semester 2. So semester 1 is called the lottery qualifying semester, and that is where you have to meet criteria in order to earn that scholarship. So UNM and CNM have different entrance criteria for the lottery. So CNM requires you to take 12 credit hours a semester and get above a 2.5 GPA. 12 credit hours is about 4 college classes. UNM requires 15 credit hours. So 15 credit hours and maintaining a 2.5 GPA. 15 divided by 3 is 5. So that's 5 college classes. So different criteria, same GPA. If you do this in semester 1, the lottery will kick in semester 2. And the lottery covers about 60% of tuition, which is a huge chunk and very, very helpful. But it's not going to cover all your tuition, just so you know. The bridge, UNM, CNM, and a lot of other schools offer a bridge, which will help cover the cost of semester 1 school. So whenever you hear the lottery bridge, they're talking about finding money to pay for your semester 1. Okay. Moving on, just to focus a little more on the FAFSA. This is another quote I want to be known for saying, which is every monarch should complete the FAFSA. It is so important that I've already scheduled 4 parent/student events for Manzano this year. It can be an overwhelming task to take on because it does require income tax information, it requires help from a parent or guardian, and it could really impact how school becomes affordable for you in your future. So it is very, very important. Even if you're not sure what you want to do in the future, maybe you haven't thought about college yet, which is fine. But the early bird gets the worm here, and that's why I have that little early bird with his worm. The sooner you do this, the smoother your next steps will be after school. So whether you're going to a community college or maybe a trade school, a lot of those accept financial aid. So the FAFSA stands for Free Application for Federal Student Aid. It should not cost any money. but it is going to take some time to fill out. So having someone help you and be able to answer your questions right away is going to be very, very wonderful for you and your families. So please save the date to join me and one of my pals from New Mexico Educators Foundation. We're doing this on a Saturday at 2 p.m. virtually because we want to try and get parents and kind of give you a heads up of what you can be doing now, because the application doesn't open until October 1st, but what you need to do to be ready for it. All right, senior remind codes. We really need to get you guys on our remind accounts because we want to nudge you along throughout the year to remind you of these events, because I know it's a lot to keep track of. And not all of you are interested in pursuing the same things, but forgetting and missing these deadlines or important dates or important events, especially now in the fall, could impact how things play out in the spring. So staying in touch with us through Remind, going to the events suggested can't hurt. We're just here to help you guys. I'm going to touch on Yearbook right now and cap and gown information. So senior pictures, keep an eye out. You will be mailed an appointment to your student address on file. Sounds like Life Touch will be taking your beautiful and handsome senior photos. I'm looking forward to seeing these. And cap and gown info will be coming soon. Again, all this information will probably be reminded through that Remind account, through Twitter, and other avenues. So right now, I know that's a lot, and I was just giving you big picture talking points. But if we all focus on progress and not perfection right now, that's what we can do now and still make progress. So we're going to focus on making progress, not getting things done perfectly. Just like this PowerPoint. Maybe it's not as perfect as I wanted it to be. Recording it with my voice has had its challenges, and I do have distractions around me too, so I get it. But completing something, getting this information out to you is more important to me than perfection. And letting you know how you could set up a meeting with me. If you go to the counselor page from the Manzano College and Career link, you could click on my virtual office to set up an appointment. I'm doing these 15-minute meeting time slots. Set an appointment with me. We could just talk. I have office hours from 2 to 3, Monday through Friday on school days. And even if you just need a vent because you're overwhelmed and don't know where to begin, that's fine too. There's no limit to how many times you could come to my office hour appointments. I want to be here to support you and help you. And I know not everybody has the same amount of support at home. So whatever I can do to help get you to your post-secondary goals, I will do my best to get you there. So again, not trying to push college on anyone. Military is a fantastic option. And also, if you're going to go into the career force, that's okay too. There are tons of trades, careers that maybe require just specialized training, or might require a 2-year degree, or a different avenue, fire academy, police academy. There is just so many doors open to you right now. And one of the things I would encourage you all to do right now is to take a career interest inventory. And I will be posting a link under my virtual classroom with that. So take a career interest inventory, explore different colleges. I like to use Big Future. I'll post that link as well. And know that there are supports for those of you on free and reduced lunch. If you need assistance getting a waiver to take the ACT or SAT or to complete these college application fees, let your counselor know. We're all here to support you, and we do have programs in place for that. So, in conclusion, please stay connected not only to your counselor, your academic counselor, to your college and career counselor, but also to your school and any schools of interest to you. Follow them on social media. See what they're about. You might learn things that make you like them more, or maybe make you change your mind. And so that's all I have for you. Again, I encourage you to make an appointment with me if you have questions, or send me an email. And also, I'd like to thank our fabulous activities director for helping me get this information to you. Without her, it may have not been possible. So thank you, Miss Jessica Carr-Whitted. All right, guys, have a wonderful day. We're finishing this in 21 minutes, which is awesome. All right. Have a good day.